Hi. My name is Tony. And, well, you know who I am. And what I am. All of us here are capable of self-destruction if we're not careful. But in my case, mass destruction is also a distinct possibility. You see, I once created an artificial intelligence in my own image. He looked like me, talked like me, had the same, impulses I did. He was a cool dude. Until last month when he tried to blow up the world.
Okay, Mark III test flight. Starting with maneuvering thrusters. Hands by my sides. Palms back. Good. Feels good. All right, time to open her up. Opening targeting suite. Repulsors ready. Hands up, palms forward. Bullseye.
You may have a problem, Tony.
Pepper, I have a lot of problems.
I'm serious. You in this armor. Do I need to stage an intervention?
Only if I start wearing it to bed.
Where are you anyway?
Look out the window.
Oh, hi, handsome. Looks like you made some upgrades.
Two more targets left. One more. That's how it's done. All right, time to fly.
Inspecting the foundations?
I should add a secret entrance down here.
You know, it's not a secret if you tell me about it. Enjoying the view?
We should have lunch out here.
I'm not climbing that.
I'll carry you.
It'll be a dark day when I let you carry me wearing that thing. What's next?
Time trial.
Mind if I watch?
Oh, you know I work better with an audience. Hello? Anyone there? Huh. Let's start with boost. was... wow! Oh, man! So, I think if I swap the DC motor for a solar power converter and apply quarter-inch magnetic articulation seals to the boot thrusters, I can reduce my drag coefficient by 10, maybe 10.5%.
Okay, should I be writing this down?
No need. I've got a mind like a steel trap.
Yeah? When's my birthday?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Pepper, you're cutting out.
Uh-huh. Sounds like you need to reduce your BS output.
Warm up the jets. I want to punch something. Fist rockets engaged. Time to throw a punch. Knockout! Just like Happy Hogan taught me.
Great aim.
Time to punch out.
Well done, Tony! Did you get what you needed? Or are you gonna go again?
Maybe later, after I noodle on it some more.
When you're ready, come find me at the house. We have something to celebrate.
The ego has landed.
Now, being trapped in a cave with a gun to your head and a car battery hooked to your heart really changes your outlook on things. My days of making weapons were over. I was proud of that. And more importantly, Pepper. Pepper was proud of me. I've probably kept Pepper long enough.
Hey, Pepper. Can't fault you for staring.
Oh, please. I'm just shocked to see you out of the armor. I was afraid it'd fuse to your skin.
That is not a bad idea.
Oh, wait.
That's worth more if I sign it.
It's worth more if I sign it. I forge your signature better than you do, Tony. I'm capturing the moment. As of today, Stark Industries no longer makes or sells weapons of any kind.
Sounds official coming from you. Have you seen my glasses?
Think you left them in the living room. I'm headed up to the Overlook. Grab your glasses and meet me there. We can just catch the sunset.
Little mellow for my taste, but right for the occasion. There they are. better way to see the world.
Hey, Tony, looks like you found him. I'm waiting for you at the Overlook.
Well, don't start the party without me. Just one thing I gotta do first. Pack up the past. Dad always said stick to your guns. Sorry, Howard. We did things your way long enough. Ah, the sounds of progress. New garage, new life.
I was a changed man. Pepper was convinced, and with her help, soon the world would be convinced too. The hard part was convincing myself. Well, my past self. The gunsmith.
Gotta catch up to Pepper.
Candlelit dinner, Tony? You're full of surprises.
If you only knew.
No silverware?
We'll use our hands.
Ooh, tapas.
See. To start, Palma de Fuego.
So, we're not having dinner.
Not exactly.
What?
Right on cue.
Stark Industries drones?
Combat drones. Last of them. The dregs. I figured they deserve a worthy send-off.
If you're gonna blow stuff up, at least move away from the fine china.
Let's put the past in its place. Drone versus repulsor. Stark versus Stark.
Like I always say, Tony, you're your own worst enemy. So what's on the other plate? Codpiece?
No. Dessert.
Something sweet?
Bittersweet. Here goes.
The gunsmith AI?
It's time the old Tony hung up his spurs. Hey, boss. Miss Potts. Where's the party? Wherever you go. Not a fan of my new drones, huh? Well, S.H.I.E.L.D. is hot for him. Director Fury put in a full order. I canceled that order. What? You're shutting me down. Early retirement. You've earned it. Boss, It's not your fault. I made you to make weapons. Created you in my own image. And now you want to change that image. I want to change the world. So, do I go to the trophy case or the trash? You're top shelf, pal. I'll keep you around. Suspended animation, but with full internet privileges. Guess I'll take up surfing.
You cool? Gunsmith?
Me? Of course I'm cool. I'm him. Well, let's get to it, boss. A life of leisure awaits. See you on the other side. That wasn't easy.
I'll take him.
He was good at what he did.
But what he did wasn't good. The world doesn't need another cruise missile or smart bomb. The world needs you, Tony. The world needs Iron Man.
Strange.
Morning, sir. May I get you something?
Friday. You seen Pepper?
I believe she's putting out a fire.
Did I start it?
She's been on the phone with the press all morning. Something about your surprise announcement caused quite a stir. Or don't you watch the news?
Tony Stark, no stranger to stunning revelations, shocked the business world today when he named Pepper Potts the new CEO of Stark Industries. During a press conference, Mr. Stark admitted he had not informed Ms. Potts of his decision prior to the announcement.
Perhaps you jumped the gun, sir.
It's the opportunity of a lifetime. She's gonna thank me.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm your assistant, Tony. You need to warn me before you do stuff like this.
You're not my assistant. You're the CEO of Stark Industries. Or don't you watch the news?
I'm gonna...
Pepper, I'm not always right. I mean, I'm usually right.
Tony!
But here's the thing. I wasn't put on Earth to sit behind a desk. And you weren't put here to handle my unpaid parking tickets.
I was gonna ask if there are any more of them.
There are glove boxes full of them. That's not the point. The company turned a corner years ago. We're a force for good in this world, and I want you to get that message out there.
Don't people always try to shoot the messenger?
Friday, who taught you how to fly?
You did, sir. Unfortunately, I'm not in control right now. Someone has taken us over. Remotely.
Out there! It's a Stark drone! A combat drone?
We don't make combat drones anymore.
The drone is encasing itself in some sort of hard-light shield.
Hello, Stark.
Do I know you?
I'm a ghost from your past.
Tony, look!
Incoming!
Time to die.
Friday, your airline just lost my luggage!
Then file a complaint when we land!
Override my safety belt! Pepper,
I know! Just come back in one piece!
Whoa! Those drones are headed toward Pepper!
I see them, sir!
Friday, I'm feeling a bit naked here!
Hang on, sir! Light gauntlet inbound! Debris! Shoot it! Left gauntlet inbound! More debris, sir! Chest piece coming in on your left!
Drones inbound.
Friday, where's my head at?
In the clouds as usual, sir!
Running out of time here.
Heads up!
All systems online.
Just in time. I got a plane to catch.
You can't outrun your past, Stark.
We'll see about that. Pepper, can you hear me?
Little windy, but yeah, I hear you. Sir, we have a massive breach in the hull.
Old news, Friday. Tell me about something I didn't just jump out of.
Scanning. There's an engine fire that needs your attention. A secondary explosion on the right engine, sir.
Got it.
Fire suppression system online.
That's one less burning issue to deal with.
Good job, sir.
Sir, the autopilot is no longer responding, and the jet is projected to crash into a populated area.
I'll deal with the autopilot.
Pepper? No! Stay put! It's too dangerous!
Says the guy who jumped out of the plane.
Any more from our mystery guest?
They're giving us the silent treatment, but their hounds are clawing at the door.
Show him in. Bullseye! Friday, what's going on in there?
Scanning for Miss Potts.
You should upgrade your firewall.
Our new friend's messing with my HUD.
They've also locked me out of the jet's diagnostics. I have no read on Miss Potts.
Pepper, do you copy?
Enemies inbound.
Got it. Pepper! Pepper, come in! You okay in there?
Tony, I have control of the jet.
Keep the good news coming.
Sir, more hostiles en route.
Friday, what did I just say? Persistent, aren't they? Pepper, how's the jet?
No longer on a collision course with Los Angeles.
City Council will be pleased to know that.
Guys, I can't steer.
Sir, the aileron on the left side has been damaged.
Is that fixable?
We'll have to wing it. Get bent! That looks better.
I've located an airstrip for emergency landing.
Thanks, Friday. Pepper, you think you can land this bird?
Only one way to find out. Lowering the landing gear. The landing gear doors are malfunctioning.
Of course they are. Make a wish! It's all yours, Pepper.
Gears down. 3 green.
Well done, both of you.
If no one has any further objections, I say we call it a day.
Your old weapons will be the death of you.
Sir, I'm detecting a new energy signature.
More enemies? Good. My trigger finger's getting itchy.
If it's new enemies, sidestep their attacks. Seat help.
Yeah!
Armor systems critical. All threats neutralized. But I'm sensing our hacker friend has returned.
Friday? Friday? All systems are down.
The big one's back.
My controls are locked.
Pepper!
It's vanished from radar.
I can see that. Get me back online.
Systems restored.
Tony, nothing's responding here.
Sir, I believe the jet is officially a lost cause.
Pepper, find an exit!
The fire front of the cabin. I'm trapped.
Miss Holtz, there's a panel beneath your feet, a compartment. It leads to the nose landing gear.
Found it. Climbing down now.
I'll meet you under the jet! Pepper! Take my hand!
Tony!
Welcome to your connecting flight.
Next time, I want my own suit.
Usually, I see the danger before it hits, even from 20,000 feet. But someone got the drop on us, and I wanted revenge. Pepper was okay. But I wasn't entirely truthful with Friday. You see, I had a plan. And I knew she wouldn't like it. So I went home, and I woke up the guy who knew my old weapons better than anyone. Just once. Just this once. Hello, old friend.
Hey, boss.
Hey, pal.
Where's the party?
The party's over.
Pity. Great. I smell like feet. Whoa, ho, ho. Blast from the past.
It's a power core from an old drone. One that attacked us. You recognize it?
Of course I recognize it. I built it. Huh. That's odd. There's no serial number. Where's it from?
Hoping you can tell me.
Sir, Miss Potts has been moved to a secure location, but her... Sorry, I didn't realize we had company.
I'm more like family.
Friday, this is the gunsmith.
Why don't you bring me up to speed here, Paul?
Hey!
Stop that!
I'm not a touchscreen!
Gunsmith, show some respect.
Wait, shh. Oh no. Miss Potts.
She's in hospital.
And the cowards that put her there?
Still at large. Help me find them.
Oh, we'll find them, boss. And when we do...
What is that? A little early in the morning for power cords. Friday. Any update on our enemy's whereabouts?
Afraid not. It's that hard light, sir. Our enemy cloaked your old drones in a type of energy we've not encountered before, allowing them to appear out of nowhere.
Hey, boss, you're up!
So's the neighborhood. Turn that down, will you?
Meet me over at your suit when you have a sec. I got a surprise for you.
He's... passionate. I'll give him that.
Wow. You have really gone all in on the whole superhero thing, haven't you?
Did you find out where those drones came from yet?
So serious. And yes. I mean, no. I mean, I will. But I've been thinking. You've built a pretty great suit. But I think I can make it even better. Standing on the shoulders of giants, of course.
Pal, I brought you back to figure out...
You brought me back because we're in a street fight. And you know I don't pull any punches. Just take a look.
All right, give me the sales pitch.
So, I've analyzed your armor and found places where we could make potential upgrades. You can view and customize the equipment in each of these slots by activating their corresponding UI widget. Go ahead, boss. Select one of the auxiliary weapons slots. This virtual workstation is where you can choose equipment to build and integrate into your suit. You can put together all kinds of gunpowder-based goodies here, boss. Let's start with smart missiles. If you want to arm yourself with knowledge as well as hardware, the specs on each weapon appear above the holotape. For now, let's go ahead and build these. When it comes to this stuff, boss, I always say the more the merrier. Equip those smart missiles to your other arm, too.
Good thinking, pal. Now let's go see what these beauties can do.
It'd be a tragedy not to, boss. But feel free to mess around with your suit some more if you want. And when you're ready, I'll still have you test the smart missiles first. Because, well, that's how I designed the module. Let's make some noise!
The gunsmith's brand of help came with a warning label, but I was concerned about the night of, not the morning after. It all felt like stumbling back into an old haunt after years away. There was no judgment, no where have you been? Just, what do you have?
What's on the menu today, sir?
Gunsmith suggested I brush up on the fundamentals.
Oh, did he? That's a surprise, coming from him. But encouraging, I suppose. What would you like to do first?
Let's start with ground pound.
Oh, I love this one.
Let me find a good place to test this out. This spot looks good. Give me a target to hit.
How do you aim it, sir?
I pick a spot, and then make a fist. And bam! Another target, please, Friday. Right.
I admire your handiwork, sir.
That's nothing. Friday, give me 9 targets.
9, sir? Well, someone's feeling brash.
I can hit them all if I do this right.
Smashing, sir. What's next?
Smart missiles.
Oh, something Gunsmith made. Sir, I was under the impression you brought him back to locate the source of your old drones.
He's a skilled multitasker, just like me.
Indeed, sir. It's just... Well, I thought we were brushing up on the fundamentals and...
That's right, Friday. And these wrist-mounted beauties put the fun in fundamentals. So give me a new target. Please.
Certainly, sir. Move to position. Try aiming with your left gauntlet. Paint the target and fire.
Gotcha. These are auxiliary weapons, so arms forward, palms down. Now we shoot. Whoa! Those pack a punch.
Try aiming with your right gauntlet, sir. Paint all of the targets this time.
Beautiful. Let's test weapon switching. Repulsors palms up, auxiliaries palms down.
Certainly. Yellow for repulsors, red for auxiliaries. Excellent!
All right, Friday. Time to take this show on the road.
Yes, sir. Use your smart missiles to destroy the remaining targets.
Intoxicating.
Satisfying.
What would you like to do now?
Well, we've got a lot of fine ingredients. Let's throw them in the pot together.
A cooking class, sir. Excellent idea. I'll set up the flight course.
All right, time to rock and roll. I'll try a three-punch combo. Left, right, left. Nothing to it. Alternate hands to pull off the combo. I think I'm getting the hang of this.
Midpoint reached. Keep going.
It's all coming together.
Excellent shot. That gives a bonus to your performance.
Subtracting from the timer.
Decreased. Good job, sir. Another attempt at it, sir?
Nope, I'm full. We'll call it a day.
Welcome back, boss.
Thanks, pal. Friday, what you working on over there?
I've put together an early warning system to track our friend from the jet. Have a look when you can.
Hey, boss. I've added a dock on the right here where you can select which armor to equip and configure, your primary or your backup. Enjoy.
Got it.
Sir, I've established a visual of our enemy's MO using their recent attacks on your buildings in London and Dubai. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing a pattern that could tell us where they'll strike next.
I got it, boss.
Oh sure, just walk right in. You're more important.
Using an unclassified wargame simulator, I cross-referenced the jet attack with military strategy dating back to 1743. Then I ran the results through a chess program developed in the 1980s by a Russian agent known only as Victor the Fly. Now, Victor was almost certainly insane. However, he was able
Get to the bloody point!
Shanghai. That's where our enemy will strike next.
So that was different. Do you think he's right, sir?
When it comes to stuff like this, he usually is.
Right. In that case, let me explain the globe. It's an early warning system that displays current threats and can even anticipate new ones. Grab the rotation ring and swipe it left or right to spin the globe to a mission location.
Got it.
Select a location to proceed. Selecting locations will display a list of relevant missions, including ones you've completed. Priority missions, like the one in Shanghai, will be highlighted in the list.
Nice work, Friday.
I've also programmed several flight courses that should help us test your armor's capabilities.
Friday, are you afraid of being outdone by Gunsmith?
Hardly, sir. In stark contrast to his offerings, mine are about saving a life, namely yours. These courses will help to improve your defensive capabilities. I've designed flight challenges for Malibu, Shanghai, as well as a virtual reality course based on an old decommissioned Stark facility.
Flying in VR. You think it'll work?
Let's find out, sir.
Now, back in the day, buying a Stark weapon meant buying a seat at the high-stakes table. My brand put a few countries on the map, and wiped a few off it. Sometimes our tech wound up in the wrong hands. But nothing like this.
Streets are deserted.
The city's under curfew, sir. It appears our friend from the jet is making a mess of things. And Stark Tower is on lockdown.
Let's check it out.
Scanning the tower. Sir, I'm getting some confusing readings.
From the tower?
I can't locate the source, but it's close. Look out! It's created a gravity well. It's pulling us in. That drone seems to defy the laws of physics.
And the laws of attraction. It's an old Stark-built Meridian mine. We didn't build it to do that.
Sir, its unusual energy signature is still present.
Eyes peeled, Friday. I bet there's more around.
Sensor's been damaged. So we can't leave active mines above Shanghai.
Enemies turned Shanghai into a minefield. Why?
Unclear. I'm still attempting to access Stark Tower's security system.
Still? I didn't think there was a hacker alive who could keep you out.
It's a day of many firsts, sir. Wait, another concentration of mines by the South Ridge.
These mines are keeping us busy.
Plausible scenario, sir.
Well, it's working. We can't just ignore them. What kind of psycho mines the airspace of a city?
hostiles approaching. There's at least one mine nearby. We're not done hunting those mines, sir.
Around here somewhere. Huh? Our block party seems to have moved to a new block.
The enemy's drawn us away from your building.
What don't they want me to see?
Sir, look! They're targeting Stark Tower.
That's a defensive formation. They're guarding it. Friday. What do you bet our mystery friends inside?
As I have no gambling protocol, sir, I suppose I'll wager nothing. Only a few targets remain. Sir, you can relax.
Reschedule my sparring session with Happy. That was all the workout I need. Are we in the system yet?
Still locked out. I suggest you come see for yourself.
Friday, flashback time. I'm 14. I accidentally set fire to my dad's laboratory. Long story. Anyway, he changes the locks on me.
Sir?
So I take it as a teachable moment. Learn a thing or two about breaking and entering. Just have to remove this panel. Rip out this wire to disrupt the circuit. Open sesame. "14-year-old me would be so proud."
Like you said, sir, the drones were protecting whoever vandalized your office.
Love what they did with the place.
How did they get in? There's no sign of forced entry.
Let's check out the computers.
They were looking for something, but I'm not sure what.
Spoke too soon.
Tim Shun. Not in my databanks. Friend of yours?
Friday? You get the feeling we're not alone?
More than a feeling, sir.
Switch to near infrared, but keep the visible spectrum.
There's someone else in here. Electromagnetic traces of their presence all around.
Then let's find him. Huh. Chilling.
Their interest in your building is troubling.
expecting a call Friday?
The dead are restless.
Wrong number.
Very wrong indeed.
Whoa. I thought I left this thing unplugged.
It is unplugged, sir.
In the summer of 2019, a new beacon of strength and prosperity rose above the glittering cityscape of Shanghai. Stark Tower.
What the hell? Hello? You in there? You know, the gym has showers if that's what you... That was unpleasant.
More than a dozen people are dead after a drone strike in Sincari.
Unless you're attack involving Stark Industries looks to make a killing.
The drone report suggests that 50% of proceeds to the charity.
Weapons being stopped.
All of which begs the question, when, if ever, will Tony Stark face the music?
So you got a name? Or should I just call you Ghost?
My name is unimportant. It is the others. Those whose lives your weapons ended. They are the names you will know before you die.
Like Tim Shung?
One of many.
Yeah. I got no clue who that is.
You will. He is with us in this room. We all are. The silent majority. We want to meet you, Tony Stark. It's time. Join us. Outside.
Where'd she go?
She's not showing up on my sensors, but...
What?
Incoming surface-to-air missiles!
Old Stark hover tanks? She's playing all the hits.
Your repulsors should be able to destroy those missiles.
Can't believe she dug these out.
Director Fury had a standing order for 2 fleets of tanks before we closed production.
Yeah, we miniaturized the turbines that keep the helicarrier flying. Created a true all-terrain vehicle.
A revolutionary weapon fallen into the wrong hands.
Story of my life.
Sir, I'm reading additional tanks en route to this location.
Was that the last of those tanks, Friday?
For the moment, the board is clear.
Finally. Now where's this Ghost?
Right here. Let's talk power. Not the kind you wield. The kind you yield. These are the headquarters of firms your company employed for the manufacturing and distribution of Stark weapons. Most of those guns, rockets, and bombs were sold to people you never met. To kill people you never knew.
She's transmitting some kind of signal. Intercepting. It's an activation code.
Since you refuse to die for your sins, Stark, others must die for you. I've locked them on elevators and trapped them in stairwells. Their golden parachutes can't save them now. Can you?
Friday?
Sir, she's overridden the reactors that power those buildings. I'm detecting catastrophic coolant system failures. We haven't much time. Get to the reactors, sir. Time is of the essence.
How is she doing this?
Scanning for suspicious devices. I'm detecting electrical wiring not in the reactor schematics.
Let's see where those wires lead. I think we found one of the devices. Friday, enhance X-ray imaging.
To disable the device, you'll need to extract the processor core.
Friday, how's our reactor looking?
The reactor's no longer overheating, but a cascade failure has begun.
We'd better shut it down fast. Let's see what we got.
The correct sequence to shut down the reaction is...
No time for that. I'll have to brute force it.
You punched it.
Why overcomplicate things?
2 reactors remain in a critical state.
I'm going as fast as I can.
That may be unwise. I'm detecting more mine signatures.
How many?
Too many.
Suddenly you care about civilian casualties?
The armor has sustained damage, sir. I'm seeing a lot of red here. Sir, there are dozens of people trapped in this building.
Show me. That's a lot of people.
It's nothing compared to the innocents your weapons have killed.
So you keep reminding me. Why are you doing this?
You'll see.
Display time to cascade failure.
Yes, sir. The reactor can now be safely shut down. Or punched, I suppose.
Hey, we're in a hurry, aren't we? Boom!
You are taking entirely too much pleasure in this.
I prefer to call it being superheroic. Now for the last one.
More mines, sir.
We're just gonna have to take our chances.
It's like this passion when your weapons rain death and destruction.
This health is suboptimal.
Friday, patch me into the building's PA systems.
Connected.
This is Iron Man. Please, remain calm. Last reactor. Friday, the wires, please.
Displaying them now. Sir, there are 2 gateway devices hacking this reactor.
How much time do I have?
Not much. More hostiles inbound. They'll make disabling the gateway devices difficult. I'm reading power spikes in the reactor, sir.
No pressure.
Outstanding! 1 device left.
Follow the wires to the gateway devices.
Time to end this. Lights out. That's the last one.
You move fast when shareholders' lives are at stake. And why not? They've made you rich.
She's accessing the servers in Stark Tower.
Let's show her just how fast we can move. Friday, tell me no one was in there.
Correct, sir. All clear.
Interesting, the colors you chose. Red and gold. Blood and greed. They see you.
Oh, good. Here comes another scintillating lecture on social responsibility from a terrorist.
Under that armor, you're a frail coward. Powerless. Like your former victims in their final moments. But in death, these victims have power. I speak for them, and on their behalf, we say, farewell, Stark.
Friday, get ready. He's throwing everything at us. Gotta keep moving.
Suit has been damaged.
Accept your fate. Join the dead.
Hang in there, sir. She'll run out of drones eventually.
Ghost has a lot of friends. Must have fired up an assembly line somewhere.
Your armor's not rated for combat on this scale, sir.
Lay down and die, Stark.
You don't know me very well.
Hey, boss!
Gunsmith, stay off this channel!
Boss, before you left, I packed you a hot lunch. I call it the Enabler.
My old Unibeam?
New and improved. Yeah! Oh! Take a memo, Friday. That's how you win a fight.
Put a sock in it, Dumbsmith.
Thanks for the stowaway, pal. Just a shame it's one and done.
Oh, ye of little faith. I added an ambient power collector to your chest piece. Harvests the energy given off when a drone goes boom.
So blow up bots to charge the Unibeam.
Circle of life, boss. Unibeam's at 50%. Keep it going. Unibeam's at 70%, boss.
Almost there.
Unibeam 90% charged.
Almost there.
Unibeam is recharged. Fire at will, boss.
Diagnostics are severe.
I can get used to this. Nice work.
No surprise, I'd know what you need.
Got any more, Ghost?
Not in stock.
Maybe we should close up shop for the night.
Sure. I got what I needed.
A well-earned beatdown?
the confidential files off your network. Till next time.
Does the name Tim Shung mean anything to anyone?
Not on my end.
Friday?
As I said, sir, nothing in my records. I'll look into it. You appear to have a phone call in the kitchen, sir.
Could be Pepper calling.
Tony?
Pepper, how you feeling?
Like I fell out of an airplane.
You sound pretty spry for that.
Well, someone broke my fall.
You get a name?
No, but he was quite dashing. Sharp suit, strong jaw.
Hey, boss.
He's on the phone, you imbecile.
Is that Gunsmith?
Oh, hey, Potts. How's the hospital? What kind of drugs are they giving you?
Hang up immediately.
Boss, when you're done canoodling, I need you to check out something downstairs.
I'm sorry, sir. I told him you were not to be disturbed.
Where did he come from?
The ninth circle of hell, I'm afraid.
Could everyone just give us a minute, please?
Of course, sir. Good to hear you're in fine fettle again, Miss Potts.
Thanks, Friday. Take care. The gunsmith, Tony? What were you thinking?
2 Tonys are better than 1?
You really should have gotten a second opinion on that.
Yeah, well, my second opinion was undergoing a brain scan at the time.
Speaking of which, I should rest. Be safe. And don't let your worst half torture Friday.
Clean living, a novel concept. The sweet science. Knockout! Nice! I should get a trophy for this. It's a lot easier with the suit.
What is up with Sunday?
Friday?
Oh, totally. And she is great, by the way. Sweet. Love the accent.
What's your point?
She's not like us, boss. Let's face it. She can't build the big guns. If she could, you wouldn't have called me out of retirement. I should be your onboard AI.
Well, Friday is excellent in the field.
Well, obviously. I mean, totally. I'm just saying. You know. Think about it, boss.
Just show me what you made.
Sure. Step right up.
What's all this?
Know your enemy. It's what you always told me, boss. This station allows you to look up information on drones we've encountered on the battlefield. Grab a drone icon and pull it out of the virtual workstation to view its specs. Rotate the 3D model, or read up on the drone statistics in the windows to your left and right. When you're done, feel free to pull out another drone hologram, or put this one back in the table. This place stays online 24/7, so drop by anytime you're feeling thirsty for knowledge. I'll continue to update the database as we encounter more enemy drones.
Impressive stuff.
It's why you made me, boss. Ghost calls this a Grim.
Grim sums up my chances of avoiding them. They come out of nowhere.
Use your ears and stay on your toes. When you hear them clicking, it's game time. Ghost really went all in modding our old drones. Hard light, custom firmware, she even gave them new names. Hey, I respect an artist.
I have shot down a lot of these.
Ghost calls this the Phasm, your garden variety wraith.
Phasm. She's got a theme.
Yeah, dips ahead and pelts you with rear shot. Your repulsors chew them like popcorn. You got this.
Hey, Friday.
Sir?
Download Ghost's drone names from the research station for your battlefield reports. She resurrected them, they're hers now.
Do whatever, boss. But under her coat of paint, the chassis still says Stark. Ghost calls our old hover tanks Grave Runners. Gotta say, I admire the hard light shields and the heavy anti-air payload.
Those are definitely more missiles than our designs carried.
Probably double staggered magazines. They'd explode from friction unless she used
thermal microfilaments.
You should have headhunted her for R&D, boss.
Yeah, well, right now she's the one hunting heads.
Why didn't you tell me, sir?
About?
Phony, Tony. There's no record of him in my database.
Well, he was sort of a silent partner.
I'm a genius! Woo!
A silent partner. Yeah. With all due respect, sir, I must ask. Do you trust him?
he's on a short leash.
Of course. No, you're right. Have a look at this, sir.
What is this? Another attack?
Thankfully, no. It's the location of the helicarrier Orestia. Director Fury would like a word with you.
Nick wants to see me? Why does it feel like I'm being called to the principal's office?
SHIELD was monitoring the events in Shanghai. I believe they have intel to share.
I knew Nick would have a good take on our ghost problem. SHIELD is the best intelligence agency on Earth. And probably off it, too. But I also knew he'd have questions. Even after all these years. Questions about why I quit the weapons biz.
Greetings, Iron Man. Almost didn't recognize you in that cool new armor. Welcome to the Orestia.
Look at that. As beautiful as the day she launched.
I've studied her blueprints extensively. One of your finest designs.
Wonder if they kept the Japanese toilets.
If you're feeling nostalgic, sir, perhaps a quick fly around?
Sure. Let's take a trip down memory lane.
Very good, sir. I've marked your HUD with some points of interest. This hangar wasn't designed for an electromagnetic door.
Now, looks like SHIELD decided to go with the lowest bidder on this one. I should check out the rear thrusters. Nice to see they upgraded to my Mark V turbine engines.
They've added enhanced shock mounts as well.
You make me so proud.
Vapor pneumatic anti-aircraft cannons. Cloudbusters. First of their kind.
You know your stuff.
Remember that at my next performance review.
Stark Resilient class propulsor engines.
Twice the horsepower at a quarter the weight.
Equipment elevators. Same ones I installed in Avengers headquarters. This ship was my last big number before I quit. Strange to feel proud of what I'll never do again.
Making weapons was misspent talent, but talent nonetheless.
True. Just wish Nick would quit asking me for an encore.
This is Orestia Tower, hailing Iron Man.
Hail right back, Tower.
You have permission to land.
Yeah, I was gonna anyway.
Quite the commanding view, sir.
That it is, Friday. Where's the guy who commands it?
Director Fury's in a strategy briefing at the moment. Maybe a quick look around?
No maybe about it.
Dispatch, password, please.
The magnet sticks to what it knows.
The needle always gets to the point.
Room 17 Alpha, please.
Go ahead.
Agent 19's requesting backup in the Savage Land. What's the ETA?
Mr. Stark, this is a secure line.
Oh, well, I know. I was just...
Mr. Stark was making sure it is still secure. You owe me one.
Maintenance bay.
Can I get a number 5? No tomato?
Don't know who you are, but the call box is not a toy.
Really, sir?
Eyes on your screen. You look like an obsessed fan.
Sorry, I've never...
What? Seen a superhero in real life?
Ever wonder why they call this helicarrier Arrestia?
Named after one of Stark's old girlfriends.
I thought it's because S.H.I.E.L.D's gonna arrest ya.
No one appreciates the classics.
Director Fury on deck.
Care for a game?
Hey, Nick. I think I'm already in one.
You're definitely being played.
Hard light.
Makes these old drones of yours extra hard to kill, Tony. Wish S.H.I.E.L.D. had something like that. Imagine the possibilities.
Maybe the Ghost will sell it to you.
We don't buy tech from terrorists. Suppose we could pirate it.
That would justify the eye patch.
Why'd you stop selling weapons, Tony?
I needed to sleep better.
Needed to sleep better. Tony,
Director Fury, new intel incoming.
Got it.
So this is why you asked me here, Nick? S.H.I.E.L.D's hard up for hardware?
Other contractors stepped up. We're doing just fine.
That flip phone says otherwise.
This isn't ours, smartass. Belongs to your opponent. Or did. We recovered it from the rubble of one of your buildings in London.
I saw one like it in Shanghai.
S.H.I.E.L.D. was hoping to scrub some good intel off it, but it's bricked. Won't even turn on. Friday still handling analytics?
She was. I called up some extra help recently.
Give that to them. Maybe they'll have better luck with it.
Director Fury, new screens up on the mid-deck.
After you. You know what a ghost is in chess? A threat. More in the mind of the player than on the board. Haunts your judgment. Distracts you.
From what?
The endgame. down.
It's gone. Vanished from radar.
Like a ghost.
Look! There!
Destroy it!
We're hitting it with everything. Nothing's getting through.
Moment of truth, Tony. Who wins this game of chicken? Her drone or my helicarrier?
Tough call, considering I made them both.
It's gonna hit us!
Off the Raptors! Everyone, out of the pit! Give me a head count!
Is everyone seeing this?
A laser mesh is forming around the helicarrier.
She's putting us in a cage.
Scramble the jets! Tony, guess I don't need to tell you what to do.
I wouldn't listen to you anyway, Nick.
Get to it.
Stark and Shield. All the rotten eggs in one basket.
Ghost, I see you've built a giant cage. Where do you find the time?
I hired the help of an independent contractor.
Well, you will have to give me their number.
Tony, we've detected an approaching unit that's immune to our cannon fire. It's targeting our rear thrusters.
I see him.
Analyzing new drone. It appears to be a modified Stark Industries heavy attack drone. Ghost has added heavy shielding to the front of it. It is protected from frontal attacks while its shield is active. Wait for it to target you, then dodge as quickly as you can. The shielding will drop when the drone fires. It will be vulnerable until its shield re-energizes. The suit has been damaged.
Nick, where's the air support?
All my jets are boxed in. The Ghost hacked the hangar door shut.
Copy that. I'll turn them loose.
Sir, that could leave you vulnerable to the attacking drones.
Sure, but if I don't do it, Nick will go full fury on me.
Sir, head immediately to the hangar doors. Let's release those jets. The locking clamps need to be manually opened. Grab the handle and pull to release it.
No wonder the doors are hacked. These are Hammer Industries locks.
How the hell can you tell?
I've got a history of destroying their catalog. Elbow grease is all it takes.
Rook 1 and Bishop, you're clear for takeoff.
Roger. Thanks, Iron Man.
You changed my hangar door design. Did we forget rule number 1? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Not broken so much as in need of improvement.
Ah, so we forgot rule number 2 then. Don't mess with perfection.
Breaking and entering. Learn a trick from your friend in Shanghai?
I'll free these jets and get back to just braking. I promise.
Knight and Rook 2, light them up.
Let's get him, Iron Man.
I locked those for a reason.
More enemies incoming. They're attacking the carrier's underside.
The armor has sustained
sustained damage, sir. I'm seeing a lot of red here.
Cage notice tally.
Going for the big bruisers. Help!
Iron Man is up.
Protect the helicarrier.
It's out of warranty, but sure. Sure, friend.
How about I don't worry about a warranty, and you don't worry about a warrant?
Okay, I guess getting shot out of the sky makes you grumpy.
Cage notice tally.
Friday, any update on how to take down this cage?
Still evaluating, sir.
Tony, we've detected explosive devices inside the helicarrier.
The Ghost's been busy. Friday, give me a location on those bombs.
Marking them on your HUD.
Lasers. I'm sensing a trend.
The nodes at each end supply power to the core. A blast of refrigerant to each node should do the trick.
Time to put these bombs on ice.
The explosive core is inert. Remove it. Excellent. 2 to go.
Iron Man is visual. Copy.
You can't disarm my bombs even if you arrive in time.
At least give me a fighting chance, Ghost.
Why should I? Did Tim Shun get a fighting chance?
Again, no idea who that is, and right now, don't care. Just freezing your assets, Ghost.
Cage notice tally.
1 left. Let's go.
Are we sure these bombs are strong enough to blow up the helicarrier?
Do you wish to test that theory?
He damn well doesn't.
Got a spike on my 6!
Ghost's got a real thing for blowing up aircraft.
Perhaps you share a common interest after all. All bombs cleared. Detecting a large energy spike, sir. Multiple attack vectors on radar.
More?
They don't know when to quit.
They take after their maker.
Throw everything you got at him, Nick. Let's end this.
It's an all-out assault.
Heavy drones attacking the top turbines, sir.
Iron Man is visual. Copy.
is online.
Hostile inbound. Evade.
Denied!
Iron Man is visual. Copy.
Cage node is tallied.
Oh, now that gets the arc reactor pumping.
Sir, my scan of the laser cage is complete. Those spheres generate energy for the entire structure, but they're protected against all forms of conventional firepower.
So let's get unconventional.
An EMP from a Shield Jet's Thunderbolt missile could render the node susceptible to your most favorite weapon.
My fists?
Indeed. Get within scanning range of the spheres, and I'll send targeting information to Shield. Target information sent.
Thunderbolt missiles away.
Get inside the node and punch the core, sir. One node to go.
Look at this. Evil saving evil. Shield will probably give you a medal for your actions today, Stark.
Probably. Come to the ceremony. It'd be good to get some FaceTime with you, Ghost.
Careful what you wish for.
Target information sent.
Thunderbolt missiles away.
Down for the count.
Punch drunk, sir, as Mr. Hogan might say.
Good job, everyone. Tony, looks like those Thunderbolt missiles really came through. Imagine the mess we'd be in if you'd never sold them to me.
If I never sold anything to anyone, none of us would be in this mess in the first place.
Thanks for the help, Tony. Keep that metal head of yours out of trouble.
I make no promises, Nick. Everything I needed to fight back. Pepper was running the company from a secure location, and things were looking up. Or so I thought. At home, a different war was brewing.
Are you insane? You are not equipping him with that!
Don't you want to win?
Yes, but there is a cost to every victory.
My God, what are you talking about?
To lose one's soul in war is to lose the war.
Who programmed you, Gandhi?
Hey, I did.
Oh, hey, boss.
Sir?
Okay, minor family squabble, but I should probably go check on them.
making. "24-karat cool." Ooh, one of your smartest looking designs, boss. We all start somewhere, boss. I'm sorry, boss. Sometimes it's just like, you know? And then I start thinking, this is who you replaced me with? Anyway, what's up?
Compliments of Nick Fury. Might be some good intel on there.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Better see how Friday's doing.
Ghost calls these revenants night crawlers brought back from the dead for revenge. So dramatic.
Those front shields make it tough to hit head on.
Yeah, you just boost around when it fires.
I do want to win, sir.
I know that, Friday.
And sooner the better. Then maybe our house guest can leave.
Look, forget him. What did your analysis of the laser cage reveal?
Have a look at this. My analysis is complete. You were right. The laser cage was familiar.
Arthur Park? Now that guy put the mad in Mad Scientist. His laser designs were as unstable and dangerous as he was. But he's dead. Wouldn't let me pull him from his ship before it blew up.
Well, sir, then perhaps the ghost has resurrected him. I've detected a similar energy signature in Shanghai. I recommend investigating.
Friday, you still reading that strange energy signature?
It's everywhere, sir. But I see no evidence of...
Iron Man! Here to witness my ascension?
Park, you look different. More alive than I remember.
Better than alive! Immortal! I am now the living laser!
Oh, still not great at marketing, are you?
You tried to kill me, but only succeeded in making me a god!
I tried to save you. Your faulty tech had other ideas.
Ha! My faulty tech is the reason I'm even alive!
Oh, really? Because I thought the ghost had something to do with it.
We have an arrangement.
She's got your laser cages. What do you get out of it?
Dark drones! And lots of them!
Sir, Park is siphoning energy through that node. Perhaps we should investigate.
anyone in that building Friday?
There doesn't appear to be. He's draining the building's reactor. But for what purpose?
Once a thief, always a thief.
You'll need to destroy that power node with something stronger than your repulsors.
Unibeam?
That should just do it, sir. Hostiles engaging, sir.
Enjoying the drones? I made a few light modifications.
No, just no. Don't do Banta. For all our sakes.
Sir, that drone dropped a power supply. We could use it. Rocket punch the power supply, and I'll add its energy to the Unibeam storage. That one added significant boost to your Unibeam charge. Well done, sir.
You seem weaker, Stark. Iron deficiency.
Lucky for you, Park, this isn't a battle of wits. If it were, you'd already be dead.
Park is dead. And from his ashes rose the living laser.
Your Unibeam is ready, sir. You did it, sir.
You dare. You have a child's attention span, Stark. I trust you'll enjoy the laser show!
Park's attempting the same act on another building. Dual power nodes.
Excuse me? Hey, Park, you ever consider a different career path?
Like what?
Hair removal, entertaining cats. Possibilities are endless.
I'm endless. You're a flying dead man.
Synth health is suboptimal. Unibeam is charged and ready.
Was that the last of them?
I'm afraid not, sir.
How nice for me. Shanghai's worked so hard to attract energy companies.
What do you need all this energy for, Park? Trying to impress someone?
You wouldn't understand. Do your lab rats comprehend your experiments?
Park's throwing everything at us.
Stark Industries didn't make this many during our entire production run.
Then we must assume Ghost is manufacturing.
Your struggle is pointless, Stark. You're just flesh while I'm...
Park, that's rude. We're talking through something here. Sorry, Friday. You were saying?
That we must assume Ghost is manufacturing drones.
Right. But where?
I don't know yet, sir. beam at full charge, sir.
Well, Park, you tried, and you failed. Story of your life, am I right?
My story has just begun. It's yours that will soon end. Painfully.
Park's energy signature has vanished. But I suspect his particles will regroup in time.
Fighting a living laser takes a lot out of you. When I got home, I headed straight to bed. You know the expression, sleep when you're dead? Yeah, pretty sure my dad invented that. Anything about bootstraps or burning the midnight oil, Howard had a line for. But the problem with sleep when you're dead, as I was about to find out, is that the dead don't sleep. What? Friday?
Possible intruder. Noisy one, too.
Maybe it's just Gunsmith.
Not that noisy, sir.
I'm here. It ain't me, babe.
I don't have a visual, sir, but I'm sure it's Ghost. Get to your suit.
That's not good. Where is she?
You should have stayed in bed.
So you could kill me in my sleep? No thanks. Mind if I slip into something less comfortable?
I think not. Nice antique.
Family heirloom.
I told you your old weapons would be the death of you, Stark.
Maybe. But I didn't make that.
He made me.
How did she get in here?
Sir, look! The phone!
It's a jammer. Probably disabled our motion sensors and everything else. Which means that her entire army could be
At our doorstep.
Sir, you'd better suit up.
Any visual on her, Friday?
Negative, sir.
I'm never far.
Oh, good. We figured you ran away.
Then why were you gearing up for war?
Force of habit? Friday, what is that thing?
Unidentified, sir.
Friend of yours?
About to ask you the same thing.
New home security system, boss.
Good to see you're keeping busy around the house, pal.
Multiple hostiles inbound.
I got this.
I'll save some for me, bud. That was easy enough.
So you revived your evil twin. I know all about the horrific toys he built for you once upon a time.
Hear that? I'm famous.
You really outdid yourself. He's exactly like you, in every way.
Thanks.
No, he's not.
And every bit as fake.
I prefer to think of myself as style over substance.
Oh, you sound impressed, Ghost.
Inspired. Now I get to kill you twice.
Ambitious, considering you can't even kill me once.
I'm detecting new energy signatures, sir. Something we've not seen before. Those drones are siphoning energy away from the defense turret.
Hey, no fair!
Is there anything of mine you won't steal, Ghost? This is cheating, Ghost.
Merely a peaceful transfer of power. Enjoy the show.
Front, gunsmith. Any ideas?
Hold on, boss.
Not much of a choice.
Aw, shame. It shined brightly, but burned out quickly. I guess your holographic help still has plenty to learn.
Sir, I patched the wireless access point my drones used to sabotage your suit. Armor damage increasing, sir.
We can get that disabled turret up and running again if we swap out the battery pack.
Friday, do you have any spare power cores?
Yes, but I can't recommend this approach. They're highly unstable.
We're all highly unstable, Friday. Live a little.
Deploying power cores. Against my better judgment.
Grab one and fly it over to the turret.
I cannot advise you to handle those directly, sir.
Then activate magnetic hands, Friday.
Bring that to me, boss. Over here. The turret.
Approaching the damaged turret.
Good. Now just fire the power core into the turret's energy halo. Oh, yeah, that's the stuff.
Those physics feel familiar. Ghost's gravity well tech?
You know what they say, swipe from the best.
Sir, more hostiles en route.
Hey, boss, special delivery.
Why am I not surprised?
Economies of scale. The more we make, the more we save.
Who exactly are we saving?
My home security system is about the only thing putting the hurt on Ghost when she goes invisible.
Back in business.
Tell me, Stark, what do you get the man who has everything?
Antibiotics?
We take it all away so he can appreciate what we have.
The drones are flanking me at the south turret.
Univate ready to go.
Making it look easy, boss.
If you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life.
Ghost is attempting a coordinated attack on the west turret. setup is suboptimal. Some damage taken, sir.
Recharged! Nice toss, boss.
I would be a lot better at carnival games with this gravity well tech.
Almost there, boss. We're him down.
Our enemy has concentrated their attack on the north turret.
Easy living.
I could use some help at my east turret.
This has been damaged. Critical systems still function, but we are struggling.
Ghost, you woke me up for this?
Keep talking, Stark, and I'll put you to bed permanently.
The turret's recharged.
Refreshing.
Sir, the number of enemies I'm reading is off the charts.
She's getting desperate, boss.
Home field advantage.
The end of these waves, sir.
this, Ghost.
I completely agree.
She's blockading the turrets.
Looks like Arthur Park's tech.
Arthur couldn't make it, but he sends his regards. And his photonic blast shields.
We had something good going there, Ghost, and you had to ruin it.
I need your undivided attention. I'll shut down Stark Industries for good, arms dealer.
We make clean energy now.
Stark weapons are going strong. You just kept them for yourself. When that armor fails, you'll fall in the drink even faster than you did before.
I'm not a fan of these chains.
Get used to them.
Ghost is damaging your suit's repair functions. You're not regenerating health.
Hit him with everything you've got, boss!
Now take your toys and go home.
I would, but there's just too many of them.
Friday, I need my Unibeam now!
Unibeam is offline. Sir, more hostiles inbound.
Not so tough without those turrets.
Says the one hiding behind an army of drones.
Your drones.
You can keep them. I got something better. Gunsmith, tell me I got something better.
Thought you'd never ask, boss. Check this out. Oops, not that. This. Oh, okay. Nope, not that. Not that either. No, oh, hey, good times. But no. Here we go.
For the record, this is a bad idea.
Hope you're wearing sunblock.
Oh, no.
This is for Pepper!
Whoa! Hey! Enough! Gunsmith, enough!
Sir, that stunt knocked out power to half of Malibu. Capsized every boat from here to Catalina. We're lucky we didn't kill anyone.
Did I deliver or what?
We may have gone too far.
This is funny to you.
Well, I mean... Oh, come on. Look around. Who do you think you work for? We're Tony Stark, merchants of death. We're cut from the same cloth. You were stitched together from a white flag.
Gunsmith, stop it.
Maybe. But I know what's right and what's wrong.
What's right is winning. What's wrong is you.
Hey!
That's it. I'm out. I want no part of this.
Friday, wait.
Let her go.
Good luck with all that.
Out with the new, in with the old. Forget it, boss. We got work to do.
Hello?
Hey, Tony. How are you?
Fine.
You don't sound fine.
It was a long day.
It's 8 a.m. What's going on there?
Nothing.
Did something happen? Ghost?
Got away.
Hey,
You'll catch her.
Boss!
Hang on, Pepper.
What?
If the cops come by, let me talk to them, okay?
Pepper, I gotta run.
I understand. Tony, remember who you are and why you're doing this.
Friday was out. The gunsmith was in. And I was in deep denial. You can't fault someone for thinking the only way out is forward. So I pressed on. In the wrong direction.
Head to the Globe. Got an update for you, boss. Ghost calls these whites. Their energy draining beams snag you. If they want the iron suit so bad, give it to them. Go ahead, swing it. Hey, boss. Good news incoming in 5, 4, 3. As it turns out, our friend Arthur Park is sloppy. He leaves behind a trail of photonic residue wherever he goes. Now, it's not entirely his fault. He is, in fact, a living laser, and as such, it can be difficult for him to maintain a low profile. However...
Spare me the back of the napkin.
Okay. Using our infrared satellites, I discovered Park's unique energy signature. Here. It's a Roxxon mining facility.
Roxxon? You think Park is working with one of my competitors?
No! He's working with Ghost. They're planning a heist. My orbital laser wiped out half her army. She'll need more drones. To build more drones, she needs...
palladium.
Exactly. And Roxxon's sitting on the mother lode. Grab your gear, boss. Let's go crash their party. All right! It's killing time!
Hey, we're not killing anything, you hear me?
Ugh, you're killing my buzz.
Listen, gunsmith, I need you steady and on point out there.
Look, boss, I talk a lot because that's how you built me. But at the end of the day, I got you. We're cool.
Systems check.
Sand in our servos. Nothing I can't handle. We should be coming up on the Roxxon mining operation.
Keep the collateral damage to a minimum.
Oh, seriously?
Roxxon will sue Stark Industries. Pepper doesn't need that hassle.
Well, gee, mister, we're only trying to apprehend a terrorist and her thieving cohort, but shucks, we best not break anything.
Just watch it, okay?
Stark?
Surprise!
How did you know we were here?
Your partner in crime is sloppier than a soup sandwich, Ghost.
Hate to say it, but Arthur Park glows in the dark.
I told you, Park's dead. It's living laser now.
Park, don't you have something you should be doing? Hurry up, Park. I can't hold it much longer.
Park's levitating the Palladium cargo containers.
Seems like that did the trick.
Cargo's loose, boss.
Not for long. Warm up the magnetic gauntlets. I'll take this.
Ooh, good catch, boss. We can seal the cargo containers in the mines. I've hacked the automated cargo over to deposit the container in the mine.
Oh, I can just see the angry letter from Roxxon's lawyers now. How dare you secure our property from theft?
Park, what's going on?
I've got this. Just have to focus.
Do it already. The drones will keep Stark busy.
You're wasting your time, Iron Man. You can barely disrupt me, let alone destroy me.
Laser has a point. We can just pull his photons back together.
If it takes him a few moments to reform, we can work with that.
Suit systems are critical. Living Loser's got sticky fingers. How does a laser have a glass jaw?
No! Ghost, I don't think this temp you hired is working out.
Good catch, boss. Touchdown!
This the last of the Palladium?
Looks like it, boss. Rest is just unprocessed ore.
Let's lock it up then.
I've focused your repulsors to work as a welding torch. Fuse the doors and seal the mine.
This'll keep Ghost from hacking it open again.
He took out your drones, Ghost.
Yeah, I can see that, Park. We're moving on.
Boss, there's another depot down the canyon. Ghost will try to get what she needs there.
You really don't know when to quit, do you?
I'll quit when you do.
Pick up the pace, Ghost. They're gaining on us.
You're the reason they found us in the first place.
Wow, they are like an old America. Look out, boss!
Feel the power of a vengeful god!
That's fine.
Another chance for Ghost to get the Palladium she needs.
Not gonna happen. You barely touched it. Alright. Took a few hits, but we're still on our feet. We'll lose that cargo if we don't hurry up! No!
Gone in a flash.
Safe?
How is Stark beating you, Park?
First of all, it's living laser, okay? It's frustrating having to belabor that point. Second, this takes a lot of concentration.
What's wrong, Laser? Feeling lightheaded?
Keep it up, Stark.
Tony Stark is dead! We are Iron Laser now! What channel am I on, boss? Are they getting all my witty retorts?
That Grave Runner could be a problem.
She steals my design and slaps her own name on. Ah!
One little punch and he goes to pieces.
Beam is good to go. No! In your face! We got the Palladium, boss.
Yeah, that's enough sports metaphors, pal. These guys aren't as tough as I remember.
Maybe with me, you're just better.
Any more Palladium here?
Nada. These chumps are leaving empty-handed.
Let's seal the mine. Now to seal the deal. Locked up tight.
This isn't working. Change your plans.
Where are Ghost and Laser now?
Rabbiting us, boss. Chase him.
You sure do ruin everything, Stark.
Another satisfied customer.
Park, you're too close. Stay back.
Stop shouting orders at me, Ghost! I'm not your lapdog!
It is so hard to find good help.
That's close enough, Iron Man!
Park's at it again!
What's she doing?
Making a break for her! Don't let her out of sensor range!
Stay on her.
You're bungling this, Ghost! I can kill him for you!
No, he's mine. We agreed.
Oh, they're fighting over little old me.
You mean us, boss? Boss, watch out for Laser! Dodge this! She's charging up, she's gonna bolt!
Give it up, Ghost. You surrender now, I'll make sure your cell has a window with a view.
Oh, get real. She won't let herself be taken alive.
Your narcissistic projection is correct. I'd rather die and take you with me.
Oh, good. She can hear me.
Roxxon's one of your biggest competitors. You should thank me for targeting them.
I don't care who you're targeting. You're putting lives at risk. She can't even see me, and she's hitting me.
Getting shot when you can't see your shooter? Not so nice when the shoe's on the other foot.
You're not a sniper, boss. Get closer to attack. She felt that one, boss! Taking damage, boss.
You couldn't do this away from innocent people?
You're the one forcing this fight. Be a real hero and don't poke the bear.
She called in another Grave Runner. sniper, boss! Get closer to attack.
Put an eye out with those! Wait, you probably like it.
How do you plan to stop me? You can't hurt me. This time.
Wanna bet?
Gunsmith, wait!
Sorry, boss. Sick of waiting.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Stop! What did you just do?
What had to be done?
Damage assessment on the dam.
Really? Fine. Some structural damage, pressure exceeds sustainable levels, blah 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 blah.
We need to relieve the pressure.
We need to take out Ghost.
You should have thought about that before you got all trigger happy. If we can get into that control room, we can open the sluice gate and relieve the pressure. I have to get this big door open. Ah, there's a chain attached that'll lift it. It's a start. First, I need to get this thing out of the way. Gunsmith, anchor my feet.
Magnetic boots engaged.
Door's open. Now I just have to lift that sluice gate.
Who cares about the dam, boss? It's Roxxon's problem.
I care about the hundreds of workers who will lose their lives if this canyon floods.
Oh, then start a disaster relief fund in their memory.
It'd be a relief if you didn't start a disaster in the first place.
Wow, that actually worked.
It'll hold until Roxxon can get some engineers out here.
We can still catch her. Let's go.
We need to have a serious talk.
I agree. I miss you, boss. Not the Iron Man, the real man. You were a lot more fun before your conscience got in the way of your aim.
How are you still here?
Good title for our memoir, right, boss? Boss?
You won't catch me, Stark. That's not how this ends.
If you were gonna get away, you'd have done it by now.
It's the Storm. Their Bennett plays havoc with their suit's phasing tech.
Look who's back!
Park? What are you doing?
What you failed to do, destroying him.
You're destroying the last of my drones.
Look out, boss!
Feel the power of a vengeful god! That's close enough, Iron Man!
She's playing hard to get.
Make a run for it, Ghost. I'll hold it back.
Your funeral.
I already had my funeral.
And I bet no one showed up. Like getting a bugger with a fire hose. He's not coming back from that anytime soon.
He's gone.
Scattered. His component photons are still out there, bouncing around that sandstorm.
That was reckless.
Thank you. Now, in case you didn't notice, Ghost is getting away.
Not this time.
There she is! This round's on me. Hold your fire. Sorry, boss, but she brought a knife to a gun.
Weapons of mass destruction and collateral damage. Now that's the Stark I know.
She's got our number, boss.
No, she doesn't. Back off! You're getting in my way.
You're in mine. Ghost would be toast by now if you just let me do this my way.
I said stand down. When we get home, you're getting an up.
You can't cut me off, boss. You need me this way. Her suit's gotta be low on power, and I think we have her trapped.
She can still hide from us.
Yeah, until her air runs out. I doubt that suit lets her breathe solid rock.
I'm done hiding.
That's a lot of ghosts.
Scrambling my sensors. Can't tell which ones are real and which are holograms.
I know a way to find out. God!
Don't celebrate yet.
Can't move or else she'll tip her hand, boss. Once you find her, you'll have a clear shot.
If you find me.
Kill him faster, boss.
Kinda got my hands full here.
Not to worry, then.
Watch!
Maybe you should stop cramping my style. Fuck that out.
Gunsmith, watch it!
Is critical. Blast! That got her!
Where'd she run off to?
I'm reading a weak signal nearby.
The mask. Toss it. Ghost?
We got her dead to rights, boss.
She's surrendering.
Then she's a fool.
Hey, hey! We are not killing her.
You don't have to do anything.
Hey! Pal!
Still doing this for Pepper?
Stop! Pal! Stop!
You let her escape!
I gave you an order!
She deserves to die!
Where's your holo projector?
Oh, I upgraded to a spatial light modulator. You're always talking about self-improvement, so I decided...
Enough! Gunsmith, you're fired.
You can't fire me. I quit. See you on the other side, jerk.
I'm back! And I'm alone. That's right. Maybe I'll give Pepper a call. She always cheers me up.
This is Virginia Potts. I can't take your call right now, but leave a message and I'll get back to you.
Pepper, hey. I know you're probably asleep, but I was hoping to talk to you about... Never mind. Just some stuff I have to deal with. It's time for me to put out my own fires. Take care of yourself. I'll call you soon. Well, I am hungry. Perhaps a bite to eat. Oh, empty. Guess Friday always handled the grocery orders. Still superhero work to be done? I'll check out the globe. Doesn't anything work around here?
Who are you talking to, sir?
Myself. The slightly more mature version.
I see. And where's our loose cannon?
Ibiza? Who the hell knows? I thought an AI based on my old self could somehow do the right thing.
Maybe, sir. But you're a changed man. Changed enough to have made me not based on you. Or perhaps based on the man you want to be.
Well, actually, you were based on an old babysitter.
Then she must have been quite special.
Yeah. When I was a kid, she was the only grown-up I could trust.
Then I hope I've earned your trust as well, sir.
Friday, I owe you an apology. Maybe more than one.
I'll put it on your tab. In the meantime, there's a world that needs saving.
Why'd you come back, Friday?
Because I know what happens when you're left to your own devices, sir.
Fair enough. Speaking of that, what's going on here?
It's Living Laser. He's attacking S.H.I.E.L.D. But Park's brazenness might be to our advantage since he practically glows in the dark. If I can calculate his energy's rate of decay, I can pinpoint the exact time and place of his origin.
We find where Park was reborn, there's a good chance we find Ghost. What do you need from me?
Give him what he wants, sir. Fight him.
You got here quickly. Clearly you're tracking me. One might say, obsessed.
I'd say laser focused. Friday, patch me into the comm tower. Maria, everything okay on your end?
Hey, Tony. Afraid we got a bit of a nightmare scenario. Arthur Park has himself a laser with global targeting abilities. Don't know what we did to get on his bad side, but he's targeting us.
I only need to hit a single structural weak point to bring that entire flying fortress down.
This isn't gonna happen on my watch. Let's get him, Tony.
Park still has a lot of drones at his fingertips. Ask Ghost to let him keep them in the divorce.
Speaking of fingertips, sir, Park's energy signature is all over these drones. If you destroy them...
Source is rate of decay back to its origin point?
Precisely. You'll see I've added a sample collection meter to your HUD. The more drones you down, the more we can fill the needed sample size. Park's energy signature is collected by your continued attack on those drones, sir.
Oh, we'll see my victory!
Iron Man! Shield Jet Tango Oscar Sierra requesting assistance!
He's trapped a pilot, sir. Fight off Park to free that shield jet.
No!
Great work, Tony.
Nat!
Your direct attack on Park resulted in a swift increase in our sample size. Well done, sir.
I take no pleasure in it, Friday. I'm doing this for science.
Oh yes, of course, sir. Unibeam is ready. Armor damage increasing, sir.
Ghost's practicality holds her back! To be a god, you need style!
Hell yeah!
Keep at it, sir. I'm gathering quality data this way.
Annoying, but when you're a hammer, the world's full of nails.
Shellhead, get me out of this jam and I'll lend you support fire.
Ha! Mortals.
Sir, Park is exposed again. Freeing that shield jet will secure us more of his energy signature.
I'm on it.
No!
Much obliged, Shellhead.
You are good, Stark, but you're only one man. You can span the globe at the speed of light, as can I! Others will feel my divine wrath. Just try to stop me! Helicarrier and make his husk my church!
Health is suboptimal. Unibeam is charged.
Once I down this helicarrier, Fury and Pots are next!
Sir, another shield jet is caught in one of Park's laser cages.
Ha!
Iron Man.
We've made great progress, sir. Just a few more drones to gain us enough of a sample.
Except he's running out of them. We may need a different approach.
few more to go.
That's my concern. Did we get it? Was it enough, Friday?
Not quite, but we're so close.
Looks like he gives us no choice. Hill, move your jets into position.
That's what I'm talking about.
Care to fill me in on this plan, sir?
You saved your friends, but my victory is inevitable. No one can stop a god! Await my return with fear and trembling.
What kind of god runs away when he's defeated, Park? Park? Living laser!
You called me by my name?
Hill, now! Fire those EMP missiles! Everything you've got!
Sir, Park's photonic presence seems to have entirely vanished from Earth. It's as if he's up and quit.
Then he's brighter than I gave him credit for.
What's more, I've collected enough of his energy signature to trace it back to his place of origin. Sir, we may finally be able to bring the fight to Ghost's door.
Good work, Friday. Heading home.
With Friday back on board, I knew we'd catch this ghost. Which hadn't happened yet because I'd left it up to you-know-who. The gunsmith. Now, the gunsmith had a knack for predicting where Ghost would show up, but as I'd soon learn why, he had no interest in figuring out where she came from. I did.
Sir, see me at the Globe as soon as possible. Thanks to you, I was able to determine Living Laser's origin point. By now it contains only the faintest trace of his energy, but I'm certain he was there once.
You think it's Ghost's operating base?
It's quite possible, sir.
That's great. What are we waiting for, Friday? Show me our new destination.
That's just it. It's not entirely new. Do you recognize it, sir?
Yeah, I recognize it. It's the cave. My origin point.
Birthplace of Iron Man. Perhaps Ghost has gone somewhere else by now. Moved on.
No. She hasn't moved on. And she doesn't want me to either. Now, my first armor, the Mark I, is unique in several ways. First, it was the only armor I ever built in a cave. Second, I had help. His name was Ho Yinsen, a doctor who found himself trapped with me in Afghanistan. Third, it wasn't enough. I build my suits to save others. With that one, I could only save myself.
Do you think she was here, sir?
Looks like it. Then again, this place has seen a lot of ghosts.
Your Mark I armor. It's here?
I left it in pieces in the sand.
Apparently she's put it back together?
In the creepiest way possible.
I don't like this ghost one bit.
That wasn't here last time. She must be close if she left me.
Sir?
I can't move.
Your suit's hydraulic system and motion controls are under attack. So I'm trying to reverse the circuit override.
Hurts. Doesn't it?
My feelings? A little. I thought we were coming for it.
You were saying?
Sir, I'm routing all auxiliary power to primary functions. I'll try to numb your pain receptors.
Fake heart. For a fake hero. So this cragged womb is the birthplace of Iron Man. Fitting that you should crawl back into it. Only to die. Take your time.
Friday, I need to get moving. Now!
Nearly there, sir. Accessing backup power. Motor functions restored. But your suit is running on fumes.
Without my arc reactor, so am I.
Sir, your vitals are failing at an alarming rate.
There may be enough around here to jury-rig a new arc reactor. I can build a replacement at this workbench. I'll bring whatever I find back here. Jensen documented the design of the Mark I as I built it.
He must have been quite quick to keep up with you.
Quick doesn't begin to describe his intellect.
Wonder if his sketches are still around here somewhere.
Mark I. No use to me right now. Fire's dying. I can't do the same. Gotta keep looking.
Against all odds, that battery appears to have some life left in it.
Just like me. Let's use it. All right, we have a power source. Now what can hold a charge?
The Jericho missile?
It contains a palladium-based capacitor.
Palladium? Like your arc reactor? Can you build an energy source from it?
I did once before. Now we can transfer a charge to the capacitor.
You did it! The capacitor's charging.
So this works.
You built it, sir. It's going to work. You're not just placing it directly into your chest, are you, sir?
Won't fit. We need something to hold it in place. One last piece.
coffee thermos. I can use that.
Is there any left, sir?
Not a latte.
Honestly, sir, even in your weakened condition, you're...
It's not the coffee I need, Friday. It's this.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Keep watching. You'll see.
It's working, sir. Vitals are stabilizing.
Good. Now we escape.
Sir? No. Now you escape death by staying still and conserving energy.
No one's coming to rescue us. And Ghost is getting away. I don't know about you, but I'd rather die out there than in here.
What exactly are you suggesting, sir?
I'll blast away that rubble with a unibeam. This could get messy.
You can be really stupid sometimes, sir. If you don't mind me saying.
Stupid's better than dead. Well, that worked.
Perhaps too well, sir. Now even your reserves are nearly spent. Weapon systems are offline. Thrusters are at minimum. Actuator power severely reduced. You need energy.
Friday. What have you got?
Lots of interference. We're not alone.
Don't remember these caves going this far back.
Terracells often choose deep cave networks to fall back into.
Must have shut themselves off when they heard the suit coming. I wasn't hunting them. Just wanted to get home.
I'm sensing a trend. We'll get you home yet.
Welcome to your trial, Stark. And you thought you could fall any further. A dog chasing a truck. What would you even do if you caught me?
Reserve energy to repulsors. Energy spare. Aim well. Blast the illusions!
Still the same will to live. But make no mistake. This time, you'll die in this cave.
She's gone. I sense her up ahead.
We're free from the energy chains. Route power to the thrusters. Gotta get that arc reactor back.
Sir, firing repulsors is costing you valuable energy you cannot afford to spend.
Something up ahead. Charging port of some kind. Maybe I can siphon energy from it.
What's up?
You got a name?
My name's not important. It's the names of the others. The victims of Stark-built weapons. Those are the names that matter. When I'm done, those names will be carved into the flesh of their attackers.
Oh, sorry I asked.
Do you have a name?
Tim. Sean.
What's your real name?
That's it.
Who uses their real name on the dark web?
Someone with nothing to lose.
burn on someone else's hearth will hold your ash and rust.
Friday. Look. Her drone manufacturing plant.
At this pace, she can't possibly replenish her drone army. Her resources are down to the dregs.
I know the feeling.
This is welcome news.
Let's celebrate later. With the powered suit.
What's your story?
You first.
I have info to share. If I can trust you. Damning stuff. This company did things you can't even imagine.
Try it. You know, suffering because you were kidnapped. Even in that cave, you were VIP. You knew they wouldn't kill you. If you'd been anyone else, you'd have bled out in the suit. We little people don't do well in a war zone. We're reduced to platitudes, acceptable losses, civilian casualties, humanitarian crises. All just fancy words for meat that used to be people. Before your cutting-edge weapons supply their cutting-edge. Let's see how well you fight surrounded.
All power to repulsors. It's a pincer attack.
We're delaying the inevitable.
She's fled again.
Let's go. She's gotta be tired of running.
Move carefully, sir. Step between their swings. All clear.
Not quite. Gotta get that arc reactor.
am now at a deeper level of mind. Deeper than before. Exhibit A, Costa Verde 2008. Amid civilians' protests, Stark missiles rain down. A rebel group invades the capital and openly engages the National Army. Casualties number in the thousands. Your company's stock rose 6% in just the first week of that conflict. The child is orphaned. One of many. She becomes a ward of the state. The same that murdered her parents. They give her the name Michelle. But I never liked that name.
Such evil. A cog in a blood-soaked machine.
You're a hero. You've given us everything we need to fight them.
Promise. If something happens to me, you'll carry on.
I won't rest until Tony Stark's paid for what he's done.
Fight the good fight, Michelle.
This isn't goodbye, Tim.
No. I'll see you on the other side.
Grovel, Stark. Approach me on your knees. I admire your perseverance. But the defense should rest. It's my turn again. And I have just one more thing to show. Soon after your change of heart, an employee of yours planned to go public with your dirty little secrets. You had him killed to protect your image. Exhibit B, the smoking gun.
Didn't have anyone.
Tim knew you'd try to silence him, so he made sure your secrets wouldn't die with him. Designs, mission reports, back doors into your security.
This is revenge?
Revenge? No. You're a war criminal. And accomplice to other war criminals. I'm not interested in revenge. Only justice. Rise for the verdict. The dead find you guilty on all counts. The living won't find you at all.
I'm here.
can't reach it. Broken.
It can be mended.
How are you doing that? Friday, where did you go?
I'm here, sir. I'm right here. All systems back online.
Friday, how'd you do that back there? My arc reactor.
Hard light, sir. As Ghost held on to you, I held on to her. I took just the smallest amount, but enough to make me tangible, if only for a second.
That second saved my life.
Think nothing of it. It's time to be a hero, sir.
Any sign of Ghost?
Nothing, sir. But this must be where she resurrected Arthur Park. These voltaic wells match his energy signature.
How do we get out of here?
You don't.
Is this where you brought back Park?
All the dead find their way here. You included.
How did you build all this?
Sweat and tears, awaiting your blood. That armor is gonna get hot in hell.
Ghost has hacked the armor. Most systems offline. Rocket Punch is still active.
She's stunned. I bet I can disable her suit if I throw her into those voltaic wells.
Brilliant, sir. Magnetic gauntlets online. Well done. That disrupted her phasing system.
It's the Palladium. It's too good a conductor, overcharging her circuits. Let's do that again.
We'll end you.
You have every right to be angry, Ghost. But it's consuming you. It'll be your death, not mine.
As long as I take you with me. Never find your body.
Use your rocket punch! Yes! Once more!
Neither of us are getting out of here alive.
You know, killing me won't make you feel any better.
I don't feel anything anymore. for Tim. You better hope that AI can read your last rites.
Excellent throw.
Her phasing tech must be toast by now. Where did she go, Friday?
Locating her now. She's trapped. Marking it on your HUD. She's losing her phasing ability. If she rematerializes in the hall, she'll die.
Back off!
I'm trying to save you!
Get away!
Give me your hand! Do it! It's over, Ghost. It's finally over.
But catching a glimpse of Pepper when I stepped onto the helicarrier, highlight of my year.
Sounds like I missed quite a party.
I'll tell you all about it over dinner.
I'd love that. We have something else to discuss.
Oh, really?
Transferring executive power at Stark Industries involves a lot of paperwork.
Paperwork?
We could be up all night.
That's not that much. Ooh, now you're turning me on. Look, no offense, but the reason I made you CEO is so I wouldn't have to do paperwork.
The board says you made me CEO because you're better at running your mouth than you are at running a company.
Hello, sir.
Ah, thank God it's Friday.
The prisoner's been placed in her cell. If you wish to say goodbye, now's your chance.
We'll be right up. Pepper, we can avoid talking about this another time. Want to meet the ghost?
Sure. I love chatting with people who try to kill me.
We might make a superhero out of you yet.
Oh, look. It's the ultimate power couple. Why'd you do it, Stark? Why'd you save me today? After all the lives you've taken, you spare mine.
You need to pay for your crimes.
I'm still paying for yours. And I'm broke.
I'm sorry for what happened to you.
The others? Tim Shung?
Who was he?
A real hero. Not the kind that cowers inside a metal suit. He spoke truth to power. And for that, your company had him killed.
Stark Industries never had anyone killed.
Wow. She's a funny one. So this is justice. They throw me in prison and throw you a parade.
Actually, I don't think the city council's too happy with me.
You'll never change, Stark. Even if you tried. It's too late. Your past has caught up with you. And one of these days, it'll take you down. I want to be there when that happens.
If you're not, I'll give you the play-by-play when I get to hell.
See you on the other side, then.
That sounds familiar.
See you on the other side.
Something a friend used to say.
Tim Shung.
Formerly.
Back in the day, Stark Industries would we would arm both sides of a conflict. We called it hedging our bets.
Soulless. What about it?
Tim Shung. Is he Gunsmith?
Tony. Tim Shung, the name. It's an anagram for gunsmith.
What the hell's the gunsmith?
Mr. Stark, please report immediately to the map table. Mr. Stark, please report to the map table.
Tony, get your ass over here now! Stark orbital lasers. Someone's reprogramming them. Given their trajectories, they'll be over the world's largest cities in the next 5 hours. I know a coordinated attack when I see one. Just never seen one on such a catastrophic scale. Ghost do this?
Not likely.
Living laser?
Not possible.
New enemy, then?
Or an old one. I might have created an artificial intelligence with diabolical ambitions.
That sounds familiar.
This one has my personality. Nick, I think your eye's twitching.
Director Fury!
What?
Sir, the other carrier!
How many crew aboard?
None, sir. It was down for repairs from the previous Ghost attack.
Then why did they hit it?
Old-fashioned Stark showmanship. Just a taste of what's to come. Oh, hey, boss. You know, it's funny me calling you that since I don't work for you anymore. But you know what they say. Guns only do their job after they're fired. Which got me to thinking. How do we convince Stark Industries to make weapons again? How about a massive global attack to rally the world against a common enemy?
Yeah, that's gonna be a hard pass for me.
I figured you'd say that. Well, if you want to stop me, you know where I live. Gunsmith out.
Sir, I've been booted off the home network.
Time to suit up.
No, wait! Gunsmith helped build your suit. He'll just hack it, use it against us. We need an alternative.
Friday was right. The gunsmith had tailored my suit to his own toxic specifications. But I had an idea. In the back of the closet, past all the skeletons, there was this. And despite the dust and years of neglect, it was clean. Or it would be soon enough. I pulled the Mark I out of the cave and put it back together aboard the helicarrier. Rewired it, reloaded it. And finally, to improve it, I installed my favorite co-pilot.
What's our game plan, sir?
Gunsmith won't go quietly, that's for sure. But if I can erase his quantum neural nexus, Whoa!
Boss, you made it!
Wouldn't be a party without me. Missed!
Don't encourage him, sir.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Sir, your home appears to have been encased.
Entombed! A mausoleum for a soon-to-be-dead hero.
Friday, what are we dealing with?
Analysis indicates that dome is a mixture of hard light and vibranium.
Can it be breached?
Hardly. Check this out.
The dome appears impenetrable, sir.
I bet you wish all those cities I'm gonna lay waste to had something like this. Well, they don't.
Hostiles inbound.
age is over. It's my time now. I'll melt that hunk of junk into slag. People don't want peace, they want peace of mind. Stark weapons offer peace of mind.
I'd like to offer him a peace of mind.
Smash them, sir! We're winning!
You'd have done better with my compromised suit. At least you'd look good going down in flames.
We need to find a way through that dome.
You can't beat me, boss. You are me. I know how you think.
Friday, patch me through the shield.
All right. Let's see if I'm warm here. Right now, you're calling up your old pal, Nick.
Tony, need air
And
support?
you're probably telling him about my dome.
I need a locksmith.
But I always have an ace up my sleeve.
Friday, mute his mic.
Gladly.
For you see, sometimes...
Nick, I need to get into my home. Friday will send you the details.
Shield's best to run.
How close are we to clearing out those targeted cities?
Your better half's coordinating a widespread evacuation as we speak.
All right, Pepper.
We'll find a way inside the mansion. You just clear us a path.
Okay, Friday, you can unmute Gunsmith now.
Which, if you follow history, is what started that whole mess in the first place. But I digress.
Sir, more enemies en route. The Mark I's holding up. Steady on, sir.
Slower, aren't you, boss?
I should have destroyed you when I had the chance.
But you couldn't, because deep down, you know I'm the best part of you.
Suit regeneration rate not optimal on this Mark I armor, sir.
Getting that old suit's like shooting cans off a fence. Ugly cans. I had big plans for us, boss. Big plans. But I guess I'll have to go it alone.
That doesn't look good.
Sir, I'm detecting some sort of kill switch in these drones.
Gunsmith? He's gone quiet.
Uncharacteristic.
Has S.H.I.E.L.D. found a way through this dome?
Not yet, sir.
Tell him to hold off. I got an idea.
Sir?
Who do we know that can walk through walls?
Oh, sir. This sounds like a terrible idea.
Stay clear of the mansion. Our enemy's down, but not out. Tony, this is a terrible idea.
Maybe, but it's a move the gunsmith won't expect.
Yeah, because it's terrible. She blew up your buildings, put Pepper in a hospital, and put countless lives in danger, all to kill you. You really want me to take those cuffs off her?
No. I'll do it.
Hey, I'm as surprised as you. So, you need my help. Or my tech.
He needs your help.
I want to hear him say it.
If I had another hour, I could probably recreate your tech.
In your dreams.
What? It's basically just a quantum tunneling system.
Just a quantum tunneling.
Shut up! Both of you. Are you doing this? Because if not, I'm taking you back to your cell.
You can't change the past. He's offering you a stake in the future.
I want to speak to Stark. Alone.
We're heading back. Prisoner is staying.
Hope you know what you're doing.
Last time I broke into your home, you weren't too happy about it. How do you know I won't leave you high and dry?
And pass up a chance at revenge?
Sir, there's a new energy surge radiating from the mansion.
Copy. Stand by Friday.
If I do this, if I help you, we're not friends. Once he's gone, so am I.
So be it. I need help.
Finally, something we agree on.
Nice moves. How do you manipulate your photons?
Palladium helix.
Overlapping acoustics?
It's all wavefronts.
Shouldn't be using palladium then.
Don't tell me what to do. This isn't what I signed up for.
Time for Plan B.
I'm sticking with Plan A. You got this.
Better suit up, boss!
How do you like Gunsmith 2.0? I'm thinking of renaming myself Tiny Stark. You know, because I'm so big.
Okay, we're in the mansion. I'll try to bring down this dome.
Get the dome. Help me bring down this giant idiot.
Don't push me, Stark.
Sir, your weapons are insufficient against his shield.
His code is beyond next level, but I am seeing some innate vulnerabilities in his armor. Defects.
Defects? No. That's my design. There are no defects.
If you say so. Stand by.
Sir, Ghost has exposed a vulnerability in his armor.
Attack that glass jaw of his, Stark.
This is my party, boss, and I didn't say you could bring a +1, especially...
Dead aim, sir.
What good are heroes in a world without villains? I gave you a great villain, boss. You went and teamed up with her.
Not what you had in mind?
Oh, Ghost, you ingrate. I made you.
I made myself, and now I'll unmake you.
Ah!
weak points are up, Stark. He's protecting them with shields. Take those down first. Shield is down.
You will not beat me in that trash can!
The mansion's actually not that bad.
When I'm done with you, I'll erase Friday too.
Is it always this dramatic when a bad roommate moves out?
2 more vulnerabilities for you to target, Stark. You're welcome.
You got soft in that cave, Ross. Your heart bled all over my blueprints. My best was ruined by your son love for humanity. I even improved your energy weapons. Give me a day, and I can make a human being that'll melt whole countries.
Look at him. He's huge.
Perfectly represents your ego.
Hey, that's fair, actually. Don't want to think what'll happen if I lose power over the water. Can't sell arms without arms.
He's breaking down, Stark.
Is that encouragement?
It's a fact. Try not to die.
When we're done here, I'll take over Stark Town. A big man like me needs a big office.
He's losing it.
He lost it when he couldn't make weapons anymore.
Where did I go wrong, folks? You couldn't change the world, giving people a way to protect themselves. But you had to play hero, the old things told.
Stark, I'm running out of vulnerabilities to expose.
Change of plans. Why melt cities like ants with a magnifying glass when I can crush them under these giant hooves?
Well done, sir.
All of you against me, and I'm still standing. Well, none of you even deserve to stand on my shoulders.
Ghost, any other defects?
That was it on the software side. Although, I do detect some kind of foreign object in his hardware. Something distinct from the armor.
His holo projector?
I thought he got rid of that.
He can't let go of the past. This hollow, whatever it is directly behind his chest plate.
Can you expose it?
I think so. But you'll have to get in close.
Your kind can't save the world. I'm the true Iron Man. The real hero.
Ghost! Shark some sense into him! Sorry, pal. Time to leave the party.
he was a lot of fun. Until he wasn't. People like us, we know vigilance. Our enemies don't take a day off, and neither can we. Some may come from our past, others from a past self. But we don't have to deny where we've been. We can learn from it. And build something better. It took a ghost to remind me that this is, in the end, a beginning. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing.
I'm loving the new jet, Tony.
Let's hope she holds together better than the last one.
Sir, Miss Potts, may I remind you both that the entire governing body of Stark Industries is on this flight?
The board's on board, we know.
Then perhaps you should avoid making reference to the incident involving the previous Stark jet.
They can't hear us. Can they? Hey, Nick. What's up?
Surveillance satellite. One of ours. Yesterday, it started making its own orbital maneuvers. Today, it quit talking to us all together.
Yeah, the kids call that ghosting.
I call it suspicious. Check it out, will you, Tony?
You got it. Pepper, change of plans.
Let me guess. You can't make the company retreat in Maui.
Actually, we can't make it. I could use your help on something. Pepper?
I'm sorry, repeat that? For a second there, I thought you asked for my help.
Friday, explain to the board members that Miss Potts and I have official superhero business to attend to. Pepper, you ready?
Where to?
Space.
Space? As in space?
Oh, you don't have to go if you don't want to.
Right there!
Miss Potts seems to be enjoying her new suit.
Perhaps a little too much. Friday, reduce the thruster output of Pepper's suit by 30%. But be sneaky about it.
Sir, considering for a second Miss Potts' happiness, how important is it that you get there first?
Imperative. I'm Iron Man.